Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Did you miss me? Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so happy to see everyone. Did you miss me? Miss me, now you gotta kiss me? Hi, Sam. Hello, very cool Tyler. She said time to tap in. Tap, tap, tap in. Hello, Dashia. Hello, Just T. Hello, Ash. Hi, Poison Ivy. How y'all doing, honey? I know I'm coming on late, girl, but you know what happens late night, honey. We about to get it in. Jessica said, I flew to the live, honey. I know that's right, girl. Business class. You better fly into this live. Hello, my loves. How are we doing? What's tea? What is really the tea? Honey, why are you here on a Saturday night listening to me and you need to be outside talking to these men and touching these men and flirting with these men? Stop talking to gay dudes on Saturday nights. If there's any lesson to be learned on this live, it is that. Do you hear me? I don't want to talk to you anymore. I want you to be talking to some straight men. Tired of it. I am tired of y'all talking to these gay dudes, girl. Me and otherwise. I think I'm gonna do another video about these gay dudes because they're gaying. They're gaying. Okay? When I tell you, okay, so I get about 50 DMs a day. Girl, why are 5 of those DMs straight men? Straight men. Because I ask them, girl. I straight up say, are you straight? And you know what they say? Straight. And I say, me too. No, you know what? I ask them questions because you know I'm a researcher. So I always ask them, well, so why are you in my DMs? And you know what they say, girl? They say, because you're so femme. Moi? Moi? Femme? What? That feminine energy, honey. And you know what he said, honey? He said, y'all do it better. Who is y'all? I'm straight. I'm straight, honey. Straight. 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 Honey, they love that femme energy, girl. They love it. Every time I do this, girl, their knees get weak. Yeah. Okay, enough about these straight dudes in my DM, honey, because I's married now. I can't be entertaining it. I entertain it for y'all because I take screenshots, and one day I'm going to put some of them in my stories, but for now, I'm going to just keep a lot of them. All right, for those that don't know me, my name is Coach Anwar, and I am a dating coach for Black and brown women. If you're white, I guess you can be in here. I mean, you will be tokens, but otherwise, this is going to be a conversation. There's affirmative action, so y'all can come in. So what we do in these lives is you will ask questions about your love life, dating, relationships, men, women, girl. Again, we're open here. DEI, affirmative action, any other buzzwords that, you know, people are using these days. We're woke. Whatever it may be, girl. So anyway. People are telling me I need to behave. For whom? For what? Yes, honey. The real Sahana said, defining the target audience off the rip. Her. I gotta let the girls know. Honey, we're going to be talking about edges because some of them are going to get snapped up and snatched up tonight. We're going to be talking about those tiger stripes right here, girl. Because a lot of those white girls don't have it, but I know the black girls do. Don't play a playa. Yeah? So, put your questions in the chat and I will read them in the order that I see them. And yeah, we'll go from there. And, we'll kiki. We'll talk a little bit. Because I need to know what the hell's going on. I will let you know that this week I've had 3 women get into relationships. And then tonight I've had a lady tell me that she got engaged. One of my ladies in LA. Yes. So, yes, Anja, the stretch marks, honey. Right there on the side of your bum, ba bum, bum, bum. Yeah. Brenda said, thank you for your wisdom. You're welcome, girl. You're welcome. Okay. Desiree said, side piece, what are the benefits? No benefits. There are no benefits to being a side piece or having a side piece. Someone said, how can you be my coach? Definitely, if you go to the link in my bio, you can book a consultation call and we can see if it's a good fit or not. I think some of the girls think that I'm like going to try to sell them hard or something like that. No, we'll just have a conversation. We'll see if it's a fit. We'll see if you need help. Some ladies don't. This morning I had a call and I told a girl, you might need to get with more of a femininity coach and less with a dating coach, right? So it's really about figuring out what is the best next step for you. Yeah? Okay. What are the questions, ladies? Put them in the chat so that I can start to answer them. How to date with having your ex prevalent in your life. You shouldn't have your ex prevalent in your life. X equals next. We move the hell on. That's a boundary violation. Your exes should be blocked. So while you're listening to me right now, you need to be going through your contact list. And if you haven't talked to a guy in 2 months, we need to block him. Really 1 month, but I'm being easy on y'all because it's Saturday night. But if this was a Tuesday or a Wednesday, girl, you already know. All right. Yeah, what's an X? Like Malcolm X? Like X gonna give it to you? Like, I don't understand. Yeah. Someone said, do you coach Middle Eastern women? Well, I coach black and brown women, and I think y'all are brown, honey, no shade. Yeah. Okay, let me see. Online dating over 40, nervous, good starting point to meet people. I think we date online and offline, right? I will tell you this, for my 40 plus, first of all, I would never, ever recommend Tinder for anybody. But like, if you're 40 plus, right now, a lot of my clients are on Hinge and Bumble, but 40, 45 plus, you may want to consider Match. And then if you're 50 plus, you may want to consider a silver singles girl. Yeah. So I hope that's helpful. Coca said, do you help black women with feminine energy? I try my goddamn best to. I'm struggling. I come off aggressive and masculine. A lot of black women are in their masculine energy because unfortunately they've had to be. They have had to, they haven't had a lot of people to rely on, and so they've had to rely on themselves. So what I know, if you're in your masculine energy, it's a defense mechanism, especially in dating and an intimate relationship. So it often means that you did not have that feminine energetic love growing up. So that's the work, right? If you are listening to like femininity coaches and they're just saying like, put on some red lipstick and put on a red dress and you're going to be good to go, and pretend like you're dumb and that you don't know anything, then that's cosplaying femininity, because it really does have to come from within. And the way that we allow it to come from within is actually to heal the little girl who needed her mother. So that you can do it naturally. So you don't have to perform it. Yeah. Aggie B said, what made you become a dating coach? Well, I love women, and I really love Black women. And so, I've been doing this work ever since I was a little kid, helping boys talk to girls and girls talk to boys, even on the elementary school playground. So, I think I've naturally always been this conduit. Girl, I was on the playground double dutching with the girls and playing basketball with the boys. I know y'all don't know this, but I'm 6'2", girl. Girl, I'm long and lean, and I was captain of my varsity basketball team. So she's an athlete. She's a runner. She's a track star. And so I could always move through these different groups, and I was always a conduit girl. Conduit of love, honey. Yeah. Yes, honey. Come on, Team Tall. Come on, Team Lean, Mean, Green Machine. Told y'all you're going to get messy me tonight, honey. B said, lost my job. Is it advisable to still be dating? No, girl, get a job. And I say this because when you are unemployed, you're in survival mode. And nothing good can come from like getting into a relationship when you're in survival mode, because you're going to enter in a relationship and the power dynamic is going to be off. It's going to be imbalanced. Yeah? So, Audrey said, Anmar, you're famous. Girl, I am a suburban mother of 3. I am doing the best that I can for God in my country. Girl, I take my kids to school and I pick them up, girl. Like, all the other stuff, it doesn't matter to me. I want to make sure that y'all are living it up and that you're living your best dating life. Like, all the other stuff is going to be there. Someone said, would you date a tennis player? I wouldn't date any professional athletes. So that's that on that. Someone said, how to stop attracting DL guys and recognize a fully straight man who doesn't want to be with a man at all. So if you continue to be with DL guys, a couple of things are happening. You are probably attracting homophobic men because you may be homophobic. That's important. I also did a video recently about hair. A lot of gay and bi dudes love a woman with a bob. It means she's giving powerful. It means that she kind of can take control a little bit. DL guys like that. DL guys like women that can take control. Right? So if you're uber in your masculine energy, you're going to attract some DL men as well. Because part of the attraction is when you're in your masculine, it allows them to be a bit more in their feminine, girl, which is what they're dying to do, but society won't allow them to do so. So that's part of this as well. Okay. Kiara said, what kind of gifts do we give on the 3rd date? Anything that is based on their passion, their hobby, an inside joke, a common interest. So if I'm talking to a guy and we had a really funny conversation about the cartoon The Simpsons, for example, I might get him like some socks that have The Simpsons or a t-shirt that has The Simpsons on it, right? Something like that. Has to be thoughtful. Don't get him any food. Don't get him anything that's consumable or perishable. Okay? Okay, someone asked, Bambi said, how do I stop catching feelings so fast? Well, girl, with a name like Bambi, girl, there's no hope. First of all, change your name. You need to be like seductress, right? What's happening for a lot of women that are catching feelings really fast, it's because they are trying to romanticize their own dating life. So what I want you to understand is that dating and relationships are not going to be a rom-com. They're not going to be a Lifetime or a Hallmark movie. And when I hear that, it means that you're what I call the nice girl, the romantic girl. You want it to be this romantic fairy tale. So the quicker that you can get out of the mentality that it is supposed to be this like head over heels, like love at first sight situation, the more that you will actually be able to allow yourself to engage with men that you don't have that feeling for immediately. Yeah. Like, I'm always someone that's about the slow burn and not necessarily the spark. Girl, I say F the spark. I don't trust the spark. And if you're a black woman or even a brown woman specifically, I know that our nervous systems are always on high alert. So what that means oftentimes is that our bodies are giving us different signals and signs, and sometimes we can't trust what our body is telling us. So sometimes it's hard to differentiate between our intuition and trauma and anxiety, right? Okay, let me see what else is going on. Blessed, what should I do if he makes colorist jokes? Girl, color his ass goodbye. We don't play that around here. No, ma'am. No, ma'am, Pam. No. When someone is making colorist jokes, it means not only do they have, they're having really interesting ways of defining and evaluating your beauty, but it also means that they don't like themselves. Yeah. Dominic said, why is the dating scene trash from everyone's perspective or point of view? Dating is the hardest that it's ever been, right? And one of the reasons for that are the dating apps. You have a lot of people on them that aren't serious. Here's the thing, and the pandemic exaggerated this a little bit more, but oftentimes what's happening is many people aren't going out as much as they used to, and so dating apps becomes a way for them to socialize without actually socializing. A lot of people are still working from home, and so the way that they're socializing is through dating apps, but they're not serious about meeting people or getting into relationships in a serious way. So that's part of it. Yeah. The other thing is that culturally, gender dynamics are changing. The allocation of masculine and femininity is changing, or feminine energy is changing. Before, let's say in the 50s and 60s, men were 90% masculine and women were 90% feminine. And now you have, I would say, most women are mostly masculine, right? And you have a lot of different men that are more feminine. So there's this disconnect, right, of what was and what is. And so now you have to find your match. It was easy to find your match when you were everybody was 90% masculine and everybody was 90% feminine. But now let's say you're 60% masculine, 40% feminine. Relationships are about complement, so you've got to find your complement. Now, part of my job as a dating coach is to help you have the majority of that be in your feminine energy. Everyone is full of both feminine and masculine energy, but I want to make sure that the balance, you have majority feminine so that you can attract more masculine energetic men. Okay? The other reason why dating is so difficult is because women are making more money. They have more agency and more independence and are going to college more and are starting to have better jobs. And this is especially true and an exaggerated truth for the Black community. So if I make 50% more than you, if I have more degrees than you, how are you going to let this guy lead you? And he barely has a GED, no shade, and is about to graduate from DeVry or ITT Tech. That's why dating is difficult. Can't do it. The limit does not exist, as a mentor once said. What are these men going to lead you to? Poverty? No, ma'am. Someone said, I used to feel bad about that. Girl, don't feel bad about it. That's the reality. Own it. Honor that shit. So, what are you going to do? A lot of these men can't even hold a conversation or speak or type or text grammatically correct. If he can't do that, how is he going to read a contract to sign a house? To buy a house, girl. Like, but you don't hear me though. You still want a tall man. You don't care how intelligent he is. Girl, some of y'all, and this is no shade, girl, right? Some of these men are illiterate. Some of these men have a 1.7 GPA. And you want them to lead. Lead you to summer school? Let me drink some of my kombucha, girl. I don't. You know, I'm a schoolgirl. I'm in honors and AP classes, so I don't congregate with those men, and I hope that you don't either. Girl, GPAs, clock it, girl. Ask some of these men, what was your GPA? Did you like school? Girl, if they've given you anything less than a 3.0, girl, I don't see them. Girl, not tonight. Girl, if you're not challenging me for valedictorian, what are we doing? What are we doing? The gag is, and the reason why I'm saying this is because some of us are still dating as if we were in high school. And y'all are trying to date the varsity quarterback who never had a chance of making it in the NFL. And who takes one semester of community college and then drops out. Honey, catch the nerd, girl. I'm getting with the guy that's in my AP calculus class, girl. That's all I know. All right, girl. Let me uncross my legs, honey. And cross them on the other side, because I'm still a lady. Oh, man. All right. What are the questions? What are the questions, honey? Yeah, a lot of us are not worried about the B. Some of us are worried about the D. Okay. I feel like a lot of us have clocked that T, and I'm glad that we've clocked it, honey. So now let's get to it. Oh my God. Okay, y'all are really letting me have it with these questions, girl. The B is the brain, girl. Okay, someone said, why are athletes so bad? It's not that they're bad per se. I just think that I always encourage my ladies to be the star of their relationships, to be centered. And when you're with an athlete, when you're with an actor, when you're with someone that's famous, they will always be number one in the relationship. Always. And you will be a second-class citizen in that relationship. The other thing is athletes are always about improving. They're always about being better. That's what they do all day, every day. Let me get better. Let me run faster. Let me jump higher. Let me dunk harder. Let me catch the ball better, right? Let me hit it harder. That will translate into your relationship. And he will want you to always be improving as well. And that can get very, very, very exhausting, and you can start to feel inadequate. And the thing is, he will, when you're not improving at his level, he will find different people that he's looking for. Athletes will cheat. The thing about it is that one thing you have to understand about athletes that maybe you're not thinking about is that their testosterone is on high all the time. That's how they are performing. So you also have to understand that like their sexual appetites are often like greater than your average guy, because their testosterone is like, they need more. They need more and more and more and more. So that's why they're cheating a lot as well. Okay? So that's why I say, I wouldn't recommend it. Okay? Okay. Christina said, how do you feel about OkCupid? Any guidance on selecting matches? Well, that's something that I definitely do in my program, guidance around selecting matches. But I will tell you, OkCupid for me is for individuals that are a little bit more nerdy, quirky. If you have your hair, if you're more of an intellectual, if you are, if you like anime and shit like that, girl, no shade. Girl, go on to OkCupid. Yeah. Thoughts on Raya? Noah. Raya, not good for black women, girl. Raya has a bunch of DJs, girl. And the DJ's not going to save your life. No shade. Yeah. Anna said, opinions on guys with kids. If he has more than 4 kids, it's a no for me, dog. Might as well date Cam Newton, girl. Nick Cannon, because that's where he's going. Queenie said, you are literally hilarious. I love your content. Thank you, girl. Aaliyah said, how to exchange numbers without coming off too masculine. So I have a podcast episode. By the way, I have a podcast. Some people don't know that. It's called the Get Your Guy Coaching Podcast. And hello, Clinton Lowe. As a former college athlete who's still high performing, he's right. Y'all might want to listen to Anwar on that one. Thank you. I love it when I see some people that I used to go to boarding school with on here. I appreciate you. What was I going to say? Okay, exchanging numbers, not coming off masculine. So oftentimes what will happen is, and I did a podcast episode called 2 numbers, 1 drink, which means on that week I was challenging the ladies on live, but also my clients to get 2 numbers and 1 drink that weekend. And what I was telling the ladies is like, anytime you go out, you never want to talk to a guy for more than 10 minutes, right? Why? Because if you're talking to him more than that, then all of the other guys in the room, wherever you are in the place, are going to think that, oh, he has her, so I can't even step to her, right? You got to keep it moving, girl. Bob and weave, girl. Bob and weave, honey. 10 minutes and then you're out, okay? Don't do that whole all-night thing. So at the 10-minute mark, you want to be like, oh my God, it was great chatting with you. I'm going to go back with my friends, or I'm going to get another drink, or I'm going to go on the dance floor. And at that point, just you can say 2 things. 1, find me at the end of the night. Right? And then at the end of the night, you can give him the number, or at that moment, at the 10-minute mark, you can be like, oh my God, I've loved this conversation. I'm going to go with my friends, but why don't I give you my number and you can, text me sometime. Now, give the number to the guys that you are feeling, that are fine and you got good chemistry with. But if the guy's just so-so, if he's mid, if he's mediocre, just take his number, girl. Just take his number, okay? Don't, because I know y'all are like, oh, I don't know about him. Get a number, girl. Just take his number. Let me have your number so that we can continue this conversation sometime. Start by saying, my God, I've had such a great time chatting with you. We have to continue it sometime. Why don't I take your number and then we can go from there. Okay? If you are with a man for more than 10 minutes, girl, your whole night's over. You either have to marry the guy that you're talking to right then and there, girl, or go home alone, feeling like a fool, no shade. If you're out, you should be talking to at least 3 or 4 men. Okay? Okay. And I have to apologize because I have 1,400 people on TikTok and almost 400 people on IG, so many questions. I am sorry that I'm missing so many of them. I am trying my best. Okay? Ro recommends that, can you help a man heal? You can inspire a man to do better, but you cannot help him heal. That is something that he must do for himself, right? If you are helping him heal, you are not his girlfriend or his wife. You are his therapist or his counselor. Okay? And the dynamics will be off. That is labor you are doing. Okay? Someone said, why do men ghost? So let me tell y'all this. Anytime you ask a question and it relates to dating, and you are asking why, you're asking the wrong question. You're asking the wrong question. Forget the why and honor the what. Girl, I can give you 12 different reasons why. It doesn't matter. The why doesn't matter. The what does. And you have to honor what is happening and what is reality in front of you. Okay? It means that you are trying to use this when you're giving why. And if you lead with this, you're gonna spiral, girl. You're gonna spiral. Okay? Someone asked, is it okay to be seeing a man who is seeing others? As long as he's not in a committed, exclusive relationship, yes. Just like you should be Olympic dating. You should have a gold medalist, a silver medalist, and a bronze medalist. Okay? And if you're not dating 3 men, physically dating them, you got to still be dating. Okay? Tyler said, when is a good time to bring up the what are we conversation? So first of all, don't ever have a conversation and ask, what are we? When you do that, you lose all your power. Who gives an F what he thinks we are? What you need to be clear about is what you want, first and foremost. And when you are ready, you need to tell him what's going to make you happy and what you would like. And then you step back and you see what he says. The gag is that this conversation needs to happen between the 2 and 3 month mark, if that's what you're feeling. If he's not ready to commit at that point, you gotta let it go. And I tell you this with all seriousness, I can't tell you how many women I have coached and I have told them the same information. And the guy has said, I'm not ready right now. I need another week. I need another month. And they've waited. And you know what happens to those women? They break up within a month after getting exclusive with a guy or in a committed relationship because the man was never ready. A man knows within 2 to 3 months. Please believe me when I say this. He knows. So, if that's where you are, let it be known. Okay? Bella said, dating as a tall girl, I feel like guys are intimidated. Some guys are. But those are not the guys that I want you to be dealing with. I want you to date everybody. I want you to date the tall rides, the Six Flags rides, and the Disneyland rides. Here's my test, girl, and this is the test that I want for you as well. If he can pick you up, he's big enough. A lot of the tall girls shit on the shorter guys, but what they're not thinking or figuring out is that the short kings are the ones that are packing. Girl, that's how the Lord made it, girl. Don't fight with me. Fight with your mama, girl. Whatever he's not making up in his height, girl, he's making up down there. If you add his length down there to his actual height, girl, he's gonna be taller than the tall guys. Now what? Now what? Now he's taller. Clock that T. Or get clocked. Yes, honey. Skinny men too, girl. As a skinny man myself. Yeah? So. That's that on that. Someone said, bye, Anwar. Where you going, girl? Get you a short king? I'm tired of these women talking about I need a tall man. And you got a million average men, average 5'8", 5'9" men that are doing what need to be done, honey. That are working hard for a new America. Girl, they'll work for you inside of the bedroom and outside of the bedroom. When you look at those plumbers, girl, when you look at those HVAC technicians, electricians, those construction workers, most of them are not over 6 feet tall, honey. Most of them are 5'9" and work. Work. Do you hear me? So I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear about it. All right. Yancy said, Anwar, you're embarrassing me. I posted this question 50 times. What question? Okay, let me try to figure out. Let me find it, girl. I'm not trying to embarrass anybody now. Them tall men be shrimp. Girl, tell me about it. But y'all looking for the tall man because you want to be feminine, girl. You want to feel feminine. That femininity needs to come from within. Don't cosplay it, girl. Some tall man can't make you feel feminine. Okay? Gigi said, thank you for all you do. You're welcome, girl. I'm just trying to help y'all out as much as I can. And if anyone wants to work with me, if they're like, oh my God, I really want this, I need this, girl, go to the link in my bio, book a consultation call. We might be booked for the week, girl. If that's the case, just email me, Anwar@getyourguycoaching.com. We'll figure something out. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, just, girl, book a call, girl. And if anything that I'm saying is resonating with you, tap, double tap, triple tap the screen, put hearts on, girl. Because I want y'all to win at the end of the day. Yeah? Okay, what are the questions? Let me see. Okay. Jay said, I met him a week ago, but he moved. What do I do? Write him a postcard, girl. Let that be fake, girl. Keep on dating. Yeah. Princess said, can we book calls if we are already in a relationship for advice? These calls are not for advice. These calls are for figuring out if we're a fit to work together or not. Yeah. I do have a relationship program for the ladies that get into a relationship in my program. But if that's something that you might be interested in, definitely book a call and just say, I want to talk about the Get Your Ring program. Yeah. Jojo Fanatics has said, why do men cheat down? It's a variety of different reasons. Again, these why questions are killing me. It doesn't matter why they cheat. It really doesn't. If I tell you because he feels emasculated, it's not going to help you. If I tell you that he's depressed or that he's underemployed or unemployed, that's not going to help you. Right? We have to make sure that we are evaluating men in a way that they're not doing these things. Right? That they don't have a proclivity for that. Okay, let me see what my IG girls are talking about. Hello, my IG ladies. What are the questions? How can you approach a man without being masculine? We don't approach men, but what we will do is position ourselves. Position yourself next to someone that you want to talk to, and girl, open the conversation. You can say hi, you can ask him for a recommendation, you can compliment him, you can ask for help. There's a variety of different things that you can do to start the conversation and see if he drives it. Okay? Yeah. Someone asked, what's the tea on Turkish men? Well, they love black women, girl, but they got little wee-wees. It looks just like this, but brown. If you want a thumb, girl, go on, do it. One thumb up. I need more than a thumb, girl. I need at least a Roger and Ebert 2 thumbs up, girl. I need 2. I don't know about you, girl. For my 2 thumbs up, girl, let me know. Hashtag 2 thumbs up. Someone said, I cannot. Cannot what? Someone asking hard. Girl, it doesn't matter. Tomato, tomato. Okay, black women, white men, how do I know he's interested? Girl, you won't know. That's the gag of it all. Someone said 3 thumbs up. Girl, go to bed. Go to bed with your cave, girl. Someone said at least a Roku remote. This thing, this little thing. I guess, girl. For my Roku ladies out there, keep hope alive. Here's what I know. Here's what the research says. The research says that the perfect size is 8 inches. Now, some of the girls that are like, they need it really big, girl, the percentage of time that you're going to get an O is basically the same percentage with a 3.5 incher and an 11 incher. It's about 31%. With an 8 incher, you're going to get an O about 50-ish% of the time. That's what the research says, girl. But let me know. Someone said 8 is crazy. For you. For you. Yeah? Someone said skill is key. I'm tired. Girl. Can we be honest? can we talk, just us girls and some of the gay dudes in here? I'm tired of hearing motion of the ocean. Girl, you can't have motion of the ocean when you got a kiddie pool. That's not going to do nothing. Girl, if you just knocking on the door and you haven't come in, I don't care how much motion you got. You just knocking on my door. You haven't even come in yet. You haven't hit any walls. You haven't made yourself at home. I haven't cooked you a meal. Yeah, honey, the gag is when they start to slip out. That's when I'm done. That's when I gotta wrap my hair up in a bun, and I gotta get my pocketbook, and I'm out the door. When you slipping out or you getting soft in the middle, I said, okay, you're not here to win. You're here for our participation medal, and I don't give those out. I only deal with winners. Gold medalists. Girl, it's sad because you know what? How are you supposed to get hot for that? Let me know. He's champions. Girl, this is what we call in the gay community a dick downer. So, if that happens, girl, don't give him a pity second chance, girl. Just go. It's like you're tutoring him. It's like you're saying, it's okay that you can't do it. No, it's not okay. You're wasting my time, and you're wasting my good punani. I don't give this away to everybody. This isn't a collection plate. Nope, girl, second chance is my ass. It's not okay. Practice before you come. Practice. Pop a pill if you must. I don't care. Because I have to get what? My rocks off. Ladies, if you literally have not heard anything that I have had to say tonight, don't let that man get off and you haven't gotten off. Do not let this man get off before you get off. And y'all know how y'all need to get off. So make sure that that's happening first. That's right, girl. What do they say? Ladies first. Someone said, Jamila said, most men are selfish lovers. Those really hot men are. That's why you got to get a medium ugly or a medium handsome man. Rock your world. Girl, by the time he's done with you, you will be looking at him as if he's the finest man in the world. That's how much he's going to rock your world. So when you hear me in my videos and I'm talking about a medium ugly or a medium handsome man, this is what I'm talking about. I don't know what else to tell you. I feel like I'm going through the change right now. I feel like my blood pressure is up. I feel like I'm going through the change. Just talking about it, all this, girl, I probably need to go to my bedroom right now. My partner's in there, and I know he gonna tear this up if I let him. If I let him. Yeah? All right. All right, let me see what y'all are talking about. I told y'all, girl, I came on late night, honey. So you already knew what was up. Just like when these men come over after 11 p.m., you know what's up. Don't act like you don't know. No shade. I came on late. You already knew. For the girls that come here, they know. Girl, after 12 a.m., girl, Coach Anwar becomes Cinderella, girl. And the freaks come out at night. The freaks come out at night. Sugar on the Flow said, you keep the girls wanting more, Anwar. Girl, I hope not. Someone said, how to check for 8. Girl, if you're new here, I want to let you know, you got to look at that thumb, girl. If that thumb is curved, he packing. If it's a straight ass thumb, girl, he's not packing. From the tip of the thumb to that wrist bone, that's how big it is. But if it's packing, girl, if he's packing, it'll be curved. Like his fingers will look a little curved like this. That's how you know. Okay? That's how you know if it's an 8 or more. Thank me later. Thank me later. Or shall I just say you're welcome now? I don't know. Yeah, look at those thumbs, honey. When you meet a man, girl, shake his hand, girl. And you know how some men, they want to try to dominate the handshake? Girl, let him. Let him put his hand over yours so you can see that thumb. Chess, not checkers, girl. Someone said it's the nose. The girth is the nose. So you see this? This is my girth. No shade, girl. You can't have it, so don't even try it. But like Jay-Z, thick, honey. Thick. So check that nose, girl. A lot of these Nigerians, girl, their nose is like this. Thick. Thick. Why are people gagging so? Ooh. Girl, surfboard. Y'all better take notes, girl. Take D notes. I'm trying to give you the tea. Someone said, as a Nigerian. Honey, I had a Nigerian once, girl. I've had Nigerians on 3 continents. And I will tell you this. Some were packing, some were not. But this one Nigerian that I had in Germany, girl, I gotta see if my man is coming, girl, because I can't be talking all this tea when my man is here, girl. I have to keep it cute. I want him to still think I'm a virgin. Girl, he was so big. So big, girl. So big. I felt like if I cut it in 4, I just needed one of them. Just one, girl. It was like a piece of the pie. Yeah? Girl, it was that big. Sometimes, as our grandmothers would say, our eyes are bigger than our stomachs. Sometimes our shit talking is bigger than our caves. I didn't eat the whole pie. I couldn't, girl. I couldn't. I wish I could. And the thing is, and here's what I want y'all to know. If you're in a situation like that, and you feel like you got an ego because you've been talking so much shit, and he gonna wear your ass out. Don't play superhero. Don't try to play Shiro on the D. Don't feel like you can't punk out. Girl, punk out, or you gonna get punked. Yes, honey, Beyonce said it's too big, and she really said it's too wide. That's when she really sang it with her whole being. But in those situations, girl, don't try to make it work, girl. Someone said I don't tap out. Girl, don't even start. Don't even start to tap out, girl. Yeah. What did Fantasia say? Go ahead and save yourself? Do that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you gotta put you first, girl. Okay, someone keeps on saying, what's your advice for the hijabi girls? Girl, I'm on one tonight. I feel like if I say anything about this, I'm going to get canceled. Not y'all saying, say it, girl. Okay, let me get back to my dating coach frame. I get so messy when I am with y'all. I don't know what it is. Y'all make me gag. Yeah? Okay. Did someone say I had an adult drink? No, girl. It's this kombucha. It has no sugar. Jay said, you be gagging us. Girl, I wish another man was gagging you. No shade. No shade. People are always saying, oh, I love After Hours Anwar. Here's what I know. I know that there is a saint, but there's also a sinner up in there. And we don't get to talk about that other part of ourselves. But I do think, and the reason why I talk about this stuff too on my lives is because if you are going to date and date well, you have to be in touch with the totality of who you are. Girl, the angel and the devil, no shade. Someone said, what do you think of FWB? I think it's a scam. I think that no man is your friend if he wants an FWB with you. I think that half the time y'all are not even getting orgasms. So there's no benefit. There's no friends, there's no benefits. It's just with. That's all you got. It's not worth it. FWB is a friends with benefits. The reason I say this is because men know that women self-actualize through relationships. And when a man says he wants to be friends with benefits with you, he knows that you will chemically bond to him through sex and that he will never give you a relationship. It is actually one of the cruelest things that a man can do to you. It's worse than just him using you. It's cruel because it's intentional. They're gonna watch you chemically change to be bonded to him. They know that this is going to happen. So if a man ever says FWB, girl, you gotta sing SWV. Oh, okay. What else is is going on. What Trisha said, what do I say to a man if he says he wants to spoil me? Let him. Tell him, show me what you got. Let him spoil you. And see if it feels good. Here's the thing though. Gifts don't mean anything. He can spoil you with gifts and spoil you financially, but I also want him to be able to spoil you intellectually and emotionally as well. The gag is, and for a lot of women, and I want to just honor my black and brown women that are here, right? Especially if you started from the bottom, now you're here. What will happen is a lot of our parents, because of racism, sexism, have had to work much harder. So what that means is that because they're working more hours, they're not as home as much, which means that they don't have as much quality time for us. So what they will do is they will kind of compensate for the lack of time and attention with gifts. That's why you might get a lot of gifts on Christmas or on your birthday, or just in general. And so what happens is that some men will do this to try to kind of control you and play on that trigger, right? And so if you know that you have that trigger or that trauma, please clear that neglect wound up. And most of us have it, but we're not talking about it. If you are uncomfortable with wanting attention and being able to admit that you want or need attention, you probably have a neglect wound. Okay? Sam said, how do we clear it up? Girl, you have to go into my program to figure that out. That's the deeper work that I do in my program. I'll give you some of the tea here. It's just a sliver, right? The deeper work, which is required to get into the best relationship of your life, requires one-on-one deeper coaching. Okay. Jessie said, would you say that's the same as situationships? Pretty much. The difference between FWB and situationships is that with an FWB, you're signing on the dotted line like the Little Mermaid. Foolish, no shade. And guess what? Ursula already know that she won. Just like that FWB man, he already knew he won. Do I take insurance? Girl, no. Girl, insurance doesn't even take insurance. Okay. Should I go on a second date with a guy that treats me like a princess and makes me laugh, but I don't find him attractive? So here's how I think about this. You're gonna have to rate him on a scale from 0 to 10. If he's a 5 or above, give him 2 to 3 weeks to see if the attraction will grow. If it doesn't after 2 or 3 weeks, you have to let him go. If he is lower than a 5, girl, you have to drop him now because nothing good can come from a 4 or below. Samu said, what if you the Ursula in their eyes, but not reality? No, girl. No, girl. It doesn't matter. Because at some point he's gonna figure out the real you. And if he is asking you for friends with benefits, he doesn't think that you're Ursula. He knows that you're the Little Mermaid. You're the Little Mermaid with feet. Don't even know how to walk. Don't have no voice. No shade. Okay. Mommy issues in these men tell us. Girl, all these men have mommy issues. All of them. And especially if they're black men, because most black men, but most black children are being raised by single black women. But I think it's especially true for black girls, because oftentimes, like, it's especially true that single black women will make their sons almost like surrogate partners. And so that can harbor a lot of resentment, depending on how that mother is. If she is very authoritarian, if she's very critical, he will want to find his control and want to control other women because he never felt in control with his mother. Some of the black moms will enmesh their sons, spoil them, make them entitled. And I think that's a lot of what many of you all are experiencing. A lot of women are saying, oh my God, these men are so much in their feminine. It is literally because their mother has put them on a pedestal. So the most intimate connection that they have with a woman has created a bonding pattern where the expectation is that a woman must do for him to feel like he loves her. Yeah? If the mother is abusive, then he will be abusive to other women that he's dating to regain that control. It's a pathology, right? Now, am I saying everything is a black mother's fault? No. What I am saying, though, is that things may be different if there was also a father there. Yeah. And Jeremiah James said, Amber, you are amazing. I love listening to you speak. Thank you, girl. Brent said, how are you so smart with all of this? Girl, I've been doing it for 15 years. I better know what the hell I'm talking about. Some of these other people up in here doing this. Some of them are just reading inspirational quotes from IG, girl. They haven't done the work. Here's how you know that a dating coach is really good. A lot of people will just tell you what. Do this, do that, this is what it is. Someone who knows their ish will tell you the why behind it. Okay? Asha, thank you for this conversation information. You're welcome. Someone asked on IG, I think I missed it. About sex, timing for sex. Y'all are grown women. Do whatever the hell you want to do. I will say this. I think that I always recommend for my clients to be intimate after they're in an exclusive committed relationship. Because sex will chemically bond you to men. And if you haven't properly vetted them, you might be bonded to a man that's no good for you. And I think we all have those friends, sisters, cousins, friends, best friends, mothers, colleagues that are completely stigmatized because they had sex with somebody and then he's like a total ass. So I think there should be a lot of investment in that before we decide to engage in that. Also, once you do have sex, chemically you will change. You will change and your decision-making skills will also change. You won't be able to reason in the same way that you did before. So you want to keep your head, girl, you want to keep your pH balanced and your head clear. Yeah. The other thing that I think is very important is when a man has sex, his bonding hormone, his vasopressin, will decrease. And so he will actually feel less bonded to you than he did before after sex. So that's why a lot of guys, quote unquote, hit it and quit it. They literally don't feel anything for you after sex. And unfortunately, so that's why a lot of men ghost after it. Okay. People are saying that's devastating. That's sick. What's devastating about it? Someone said post-nat clarity. It's not clarity. Also, let me see what's in. Danny said, you did a great job on Horrible Decisions podcast. Thank you, girl. I appreciate that. Jamila said, thank you for teaching us. You're welcome. What's noise? Okay, what else? Erica said, do you meditate? I try, girl. I try, but I can't. Andrew said, you're amazing. Thank you. Okay, let me see what else is going on here. And what kind of white men should I date? I do commercials here in Toronto. Girl, I don't know. I'd say date all of them. Date not just white men. Black men, brown men, all kinds of men. Portia said, Amor, you so fine. Girl, you can't have me. Keep wishing. I'm kidding. Thank you. JVXX said, what to do as a liberal Christian who attracts conservatives. Here's what I want to offer to you, and I want to say this with love and respect. Sometimes there are Christians out there that are quite judgmental. And that level of judgmentalness will attract all kinds of people who are also judgmental because they know that they won't be ridiculed or judged for their judgmentalness. So, and I don't know if this is your story or if this resonates with you, part of this work is going to be around how do we lead with acceptance? How do we lead with feelings versus judgments and thoughts so that we can attract other people that are also like this, right? And when you are like this stark difference of people that are very judgmental it'll be so stark that it'll actually be like disgusting to you. So whoever needed to hear that, if that resonates with you, great. Yeah, there are a lot of Trumpers. There are a lot of single Trumpers out there, honey. So one of the things that I do so we have a private Facebook group with almost 300 Black and brown women, and it's part of my program. Every Friday, we call it Friday Fails, where the women can go in and they can share how crazy these men are and what they're doing. And this past week, I had at least 2 or 3 women talk about Trumpers who are trying to get with them. And girl, they're crazy. You gotta watch out for them. Girl, ask these men what they think about Kamala Harris. Black or white. It'll tell you a lot. Please talk about politics. Please talk about what they think about, especially her and her candidacy. I'm not someone who tells people, oh my God, ask this question and that question in dating. But this is a question, if you're a Black woman, that you want to ask. And you want to ask it because it will tell you everything about what, especially if you're a smart and successful Black woman, everything that they will think about you. Yeah. Someone said, I don't talk about politics. You need to talk about politics nowadays. Politics it's a value alignment and proposition perspective that you need to have in dating. Even if you think it's completely fake and asinine, girl, talk about it. And if someone feels the same way, then y'all might be a match, girl. Yeah. Okay. So, just FYI, if you are interested in doing this work a bit deeper and want to get your guy in the next year, depending on where you are, definitely book a consultation call with me. The link is in my bio. This week I've had 3 women get into relationships and 1 woman get engaged. So the work works. The work works. My client one's in New York, one's in Ohio, one is in Houston, and then the engagement happened in LA. Yeah. So if you're in any of those cities and you're like, oh my God, it'll never happen for me. Girl, it can. Girl, it can. Oh, and by the way, one thing that I've noticed, and I might have to do a video about this. Do I ever go to engagements and weddings? Yes, I do. Probably anywhere from 2 to 4 times a year, just depending on my calendar. My girls in Atlanta are getting their guys. And so Houston might be taking over for the worst place for Black women to date. Natalie O said, what can we expect during a consultation with you? So what we'll do, I'm going to ask you questions about your love life, like what's working, what's not working. I'll also share my perspective in terms of what I think are opportunities for you. And then after that, if I feel like it's a good fit and I can help you and that you're coachable, I will definitely share kind of my programs and see if it's a good fit or not. Yeah. Desiree say, what about the Bay Area? California is always going to be difficult for Black women. I think the total population for California is like 4 or 5%. So it's just like people think, oh my God, it's this great liberal place. The challenging thing about California is there actually aren't as many Black people there. And a lot of the Black men are really checking for white and Hispanic girls. So that pool, which is generally a foundational part of your consideration set while you're dating, it's out. That's what makes California pretty difficult. Marie said, is it the highest tier program? No, it's my mid-tier program. Well, my VIP program. But like, I think tonight one of my clients in my Get Your Guy Club is going to get into a relationship, and she lives in Detroit. Yeah, so that's that. Okay, what other questions do we have? How is dating in DC? I think DC is trash, but I'm a big fan of Maryland and Northern Virginia. I'm also big fans of North Carolina, especially Raleigh, that Research Triangle, all of that. Someone said, do you, during the consultation, dive into past issues doing the work? If it affects what's happening now for you, yeah. Jada said, do you have older clients 50 up? Yeah, I would say 20% of my clients are 50 or older. We call them our seasoned ladies there. I think my oldest client is in her 70s. And she dating. Girl, she getting it in. Girl, she dating about 3 or 4 guys right now. Girl, she went on a date tonight. So, if she can do it, y'all can do it. I don't want to hear no excuses. Yeah, girl. Go Nana is right. Nana got that ill Nana, girl. And Kissland said, are the lower tiers effective? 100%. 100%. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me see what the questions are. Some people were saying that it's exhausting to keep up with conversations and dating online. Well, here's how I think about it. I think it's important to have like online dating boundaries, right? Where you're on it for like, 10, 15 minutes at a time, once or twice a day, and keep it moving. I think when we don't have those boundaries, it can be very overwhelming. And if you're doing it all day, every day, of course, girl, of course you would feel like you lose in your mind, right? Dating is a small part of your life. We can't make it everything. Okay? Dating is a marathon, it's not a sprint. I will tell you, most of the clients in my program are getting their guys between months 6 and 9. But a lot of y'all are giving up after 2 or 3 weeks. It's not gonna work that way. Casey said, moving in together before marriage. What's your opinion? I leave it up to the woman to do that. I will say though, like it very much depends. I have some clients who, just depending on the dynamic of the relationship, like that totally worked. Yeah. I have other clients that are maybe Nigerian or come from other cultural backgrounds where it's like I could never be living with a man without at least an engagement, which totally makes sense too. Deb Mitchell said, do you get hit on by women because you are so handsome? No, honey. The only women that hit on me are lesbians because I'm a lady. Yeah. Okay. Let me see what time it is, because I think I'm going to go soon. How many dates until a man should ask you to be his girlfriend? I would say anywhere from 6 to 8. He not even thinking about getting into a relationship with you until date 6. Please know this. Okay? Nish says, is it a red flag if a man schedules multiple dates in the first week? You always want a man to schedule, every date, at least one date a week. But your boundaries should disallow him from booking 2 dates with you. If he's like saying, okay, we can meet on Monday and then on Thursday, you just let him know. I'm totally available for Monday. Let's see how that goes, if we are going to have another date or not. But I'm going to just focus on this first date. Go from there. Stay boundaried up. And sometimes that's really difficult because a lot of us didn't grow up with boundaries, so it can be scary to actually set them. But if you don't boundary well, it's going to be very hard for you to date well. And if that's not happening, you're not going to get into great relationships. Okay? Dear Zarek, best cities to date as a gay black man. Girl, Europe, joggers, spring, summer, Canada. That's what I would say. Brainy Bug said, Anwar, how do I start dating in a PWI while having a demanding major? Girl, stay in that engineering building. And just, you know those problem sets that you're doing, girl? Get a big study group, girl, and date one of the guys that you're studying with. Girl, date someone that's doing computer science. Okay? Date somebody in that building. A lot of girls, they think they're cute because they're going to the library. Girl, the library is a college club. Don't go to the library. Girl, stay in that engineering building, girl. Don't step one foot in that liberal arts building, girl. Don't get enamored with those poets, girl. Don't go to the gym, girl. Don't go to the football fields. Get those grades and get those engineers. Y'all think I'm lying. You really think I'm lying, and I'm not. Party with the business majors, girl. But we can't take them seriously, girl. No shade. The gag about the engineering building, though, is that it's going to stink. So, you know, that's just that. Those STEM majors got that STEM, girl, and you know what I mean. Those nerds pack, girl. I don't know what it is, but they do. Someone said I'm done with you. Girl, your profile name is TT, girl. You can't be done with me with a name like that. Go home, Roger. Ash said, do you take South Asian clients? I sure do, girl. Y'all are brown. Fatoli said, he takes hours to reply. Should I leave him be? Girl, the fact that you know that he takes hours to reply, girl, you're hyper-focusing on him too much. Girl, you should be talking to 2 or 3 other guys right now. You shouldn't even know that he's taking hours to reply to you. Someone said, do you take Latina clients? I sure do, girl. Y'all are brown too. Someone said, I think Edward is from New York. Girl, you can't tell by this Valley Girl accent that I'm from Southern California, girl? That I'm not a Valley Girl? User 778, how about white women? I have a few white women in my program too, but you have to understand that this program is centered around the black and brown experience. And the white women that are in my program know that, understand that, and respect that. And not just respect it, but honor it. And if you're good with that, then we're rocking with Mark, because Mark is rocking with us. B said your episode on Horrible was a gem. Thank you, girl. Mariah said, do you ever dig into attachment styles and dating? Not really. Because I think a lot of us, in my experience, when it comes to attachment styles, a lot of people hold themselves back and label themselves as a attachment style without realizing that we're working towards secure, right? I'm not focused on what you're doing or what you are. I'm focused on how to get to secure. So, yeah, I don't really focus on that. I feel like it can be really limiting for so many people out there. Jay Essence said, thank you for your commitment to us. Girl, no need to thank me. Let me see what's going on here. CC said, in the gym bros love big women. 100% they do. Girl, if I were a plus size or curvier woman, I'd be in the gym. Not even working out, just sitting there waiting for those big ass bodybuilder men to come up to me and speak game, girl. I'd be there. I'd be chatting with the gamers, girl, going to gaming conferences, Comic-Con, Renaissance fairs. They eat y'all up. You think I'm lying? You think I'm just kikiing? This is real tea, girl. Real tea. Tall, lanky gamers, girl. They can't get enough of you. I would just be sitting there, girl. I wouldn't go on not one, because guess what? All those men that I just talked about, they don't want you losing 1 pound. Not one of them. Not now one of them. Someone said maybe I should go to the National Black MBA conference next week. Go ahead, girl, but I will tell you, I got my MBA from an Ivy League institution, and those black MBAs are 7s. Girl, they really think that they're everything, and they are not. They really think that their shit doesn't stink, and it does. Girl, you can do it, girl. But the gag is you're going to gag them up, and then you're going to feel foolish because you were giving them so much attention. You need to know that MBA guys, they're dorks. They're not even nerds. I love nerds. MBA guys are dorks. Umu said, do you ever have clients from Birmingham, Alabama? It's rough down here. Yeah, one of my clients in Alabama just got her guy, but her guy lives closer to Atlanta. Someone said, let's get into the mess. What mess do you want to get into? Someone said, what are dorks? Girl, go to urbandictionary.com. Better yet, go to google.com and look that up. Someone said, how much is a consultation? Girl, it's free. It's free if your application is accepted. Do you have clients in Colorado? I have 2 clients there. Someone said, let's be messy. I have been very messy this live. I don't think, girl, I've been so messy. I'm a hoarder. I'm a TikTok and IG live hoarder. That's how messy I've been. Plus, she said, "Do you work with women from the UK?" Yeah, I surely do. Actually, one of my clients in London just got into a relationship a few weeks ago. Aisha said, "You need to write a book." I'm writing it right now. Books take time, y'all. I literally get like 20 people a day that are like, "You need to write a book." Girl, I am writing it. And unfortunately, I can't have a ghostwriter because nobody has this and nobody has the gift of my gab. It's not gonna be some stale ass book, girl. Like every sentence is gonna start with girl. So it takes a little bit of time. So, Trish said, "Okay, by December I'm coming for you." Good, good. Doc McSlacken said, "I could see you with the Netflix series." Well, I just signed a contract with a production company, so we're going to be shopping a really interesting show around. Mari said, 300 plus pages minimum, please. Bitch, you're not my motherfucking professor. Girl, you not going to give me my minimum word count, girl. Not that. Someone said, "Write faster, I'll buy it." You write faster. Someone said, "Do you believe in aliens? If so, would you date one?" Girl, go to bed. Go to bed. Someone said, "So you work with black Muslim women?" Yes, girl, those are black women too. Sin said, "I got a small gift for my third date and he's still thanking me for it." You're welcome. You are welcome. Shay Baby said she needs some rest asking about aliens. Right. Girl. And thank y'all so much for the 156,000 likes here on TikTok. I appreciate y'all so much. I appreciate the support. It means a lot to me. And thank you, Famira. Famira said, "If you haven't already, try speaking your book into a recorder and then transcribe. I find it helps." Yeah, I have it all. I'm going to just bring it all together. It takes time, though, as you know, if you've written anything. Chapter 25 said, "I'm a black woman. I love your content. Your work is profound." Thank you. I appreciate that. Someone said, "Thoughts on bi men?" I don't think about bi men. I wouldn't do it. That's not my thing. For me, it's like, do you know, like when you're at a birthday party and the hosts, you're having cake for the birthday party and then the host has Neapolitan and you just want strawberry, but they give you a scoop and the scoop has both vanilla and chocolate a little bit in it, and you're like, "No, bitch, I asked for strawberry. That's what I wanted." That's how I feel about engaging with bi men. I don't want that little extra stuff outside of it. I just want my goddamn strawberry. Now, some of y'all want the chocolate. Some of y'all want the vanilla. I want my fruity strawberry because I'm a fruit. That's it. Someone said, "Why red-headed white men?" The redheads, the gingers are the blacks of the whites. So that's that on that. So when you see a redhead, know that he likes you. That the girl, they love you. Teapot said, you're an old school gay. Love it. First of all, don't ever use the word you and old in a sentence with me ever again. Okay. The reason why I can talk all this shit and the reason why I'm so quick is because literally all day, every day. Well, first of all, I've been talking shit for these, like, with these men all day, every day. So, and then I coach women to talk shit to these men all day, every day. So if you were like, oh my God, he's just talking so much shit like nothing, it is literally what I do all day, every day. Yeah. Okay, a few more questions and I'm gonna go. Where are the questions at, ladies? Tatiana said, how do you feel about black women dating in a conservative town? Don't do it, girl. Don't do it. Because that's a different kind of hung. We want the hung that's going to make you feel good and make you feel alive, not the one that's going to kill you. So you're going to want to put your abs in major cities that are 1, 2, maybe 3 hours away from you and date that way. Yeah? Someone asked, my boyfriend seems distant. What do I do? Don't do anything, girl. He needs to come to you. Now, here's the thing. A lot of times guys will be distant because of their job. So one of the first things that you want to do is when you do connect with him, you'll want to ask him how things are going with work. If he feels like he's made a mistake or that he's going to get fired, then he's going to kind of go within. If his job is going well and fine, then we have some other problems. I just did a video a day or two ago about men cheating, and what I was saying is that oftentimes some of the first signs will be emotional distance, right? Or he'll start picking fights with you. And a lot of guys do this, or they'll actually like mention the girl's name to you, either good, bad, or neutral. This is the introduction to a man that is cheating or is about to cheat, right? In his man brain, he is thinking, well, I'm telling her about him, about her, or I'm fighting with her, so it gives me justification to cheat, or because I'm already emotionally distant, I can feel licensed to cheat. That's how their brains work. So you want to see what's going on with work. If everything's going on with work, he may be cheating, girl, no shade. Someone said, what does it mean when a guy doesn't have social media? It's hard to tell. Sometimes they're over it and sometimes they're under it, if you know what I mean. It can go either way. Umu said, do you have any clients on Raya? I have some. That's not my recommended app because they're not really checking for a lot of black women on there. So I don't recommend it. I also don't recommend BLK. Or there's another one like Black Gentry or whatever. Actually, that app was really shady to me. They were upset with me because I didn't mention them in one of my dating app videos. Okay. Yeah. One of my clients one time, She said, I just want to try something different, so I'm going to go on BLK. Girl, don't you know, the first day that she was on BLK, she was chatting with a guy. And in the second or third conversation round, he says, yeah, I'm married with 2 children, but I'm still looking for a fling. And she literally canceled that immediately. Purple Orb said, and we're up late with the girls tonight. I sure am, but you know what, girl? Tomorrow morning, I told my kids at 6 a.m. we watching a movie. Upward, I've heard not so great things about it for the Christian girls out there. It's basically a Christian Tinder, girl. It's the same ass app. Just think of it as Tinder, but the T is a cross, girl. And Jesus is on it. That's what Upward is. Yeah. Okay. All right, ladies, I'm going to go now. I hope that this session was helpful for you. If you want if you want to work with me, book a consultation call. The link is in my bio. I love you all so much for rocking with me and being here late at night and kikiing. And I'll see y'all on Tuesday. Okay? All right. Be well, my loves. Oh, check out, and thank you all so much for the almost 177,000 likes on TikTok. I appreciate it. And check out my podcast called the Get Your Guy Coaching Podcast. Next episode, I'm going to have a client on there who has gotten her guy, who is 50 plus, who lives in the DMV area. Okay? So check that one out. The podcast, if you like the lives, you're going to love the podcast. Okay? All right, my loves. Be well, and I will talk with you soon. Bye-bye.